Alright, y'all. So I posted a video yesterday. Wednesday, August 29th of 2018. It was titled, Kirk Frost is not the father of canon. Rod Bullock steps up. Jasmine Blue News. Hashtag LHHATL. And I went on to say the following in the description box. I said, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 9 is going to be a season to watch. Hopefully the Kirk is the father storyline will finally be put to rest. A lot of you were saying things in the comments of that video. Oh, they took a DNA test. Kirk is the father. He said so. As if people haven't lied in these reality TV storylines. Well, I mean, they're acting people. You know what I mean? These people are a bunch of actors and actresses, and a lot of them are wannabe musicians. There's very few real musicians like Rashida. Shout out to Rashida. That's Kirk's beautiful wife. Now, a lot of y'all were mentioning Tasha K. Listen, guys, okay? Don't come to my channel spamming my channel promoting anyone else's channel. I have nothing against Tasha K, okay? I'm just saying, do not come to my channel promoting other people's channels. If you want to go watch somebody else's videos, fine. 2 thumbs up. Sayonara. But don't go promoting other people in my comment section, spamming my comment section, okay? That's all I'm asking. I would say the same thing if I saw somebody mentioning my name out of context, like unless a person brought up my name, I would be like, why are you posting my name in this person's comment section? But anyways, guys, a lot of you were saying, you know, that this was already talked about before. And you know what? You're damn skippy. It was talked about before. I talked about it before. Forget what anybody else said about it. I've been making videos pretty much since the beginning of the storyline popped up saying that it was a bunch of crap. For those that weren't paying attention. You can always type this in on YouTube. Meat Magazine. Kirk Frost is not the father. Meat Magazine. Rashida, Kirk, Jasmine. Just type stuff like that in. And you can go ahead and see the old videos that I made. I wanted to point something out to you guys. When somebody isn't sure about the paternity of a child, they'll say, look, we have the DNA test here, and it's whatever 99 whatever percent sure that the person is or is not the father. DNA tests are revealed all of the time. If the DNA test was real, and if Kirk was the father, I'm pretty sure it would have been read at the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reunion show. And since people kept saying, no, he is the father, I said, well, they must be going to read it at the reunion. And then when they did not, I was just like, oh, okay. Just as I thought. Because for a second there, I was like, wow, did I get fooled? Did I get played? Like, is he really the father? Like, am I tripping? Like, I'm over here saying that Rod is the father. Like, was I wrong? Was I incorrect? No. They did not read it at the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reunion show for a reason, because there is no DNA test, bitch. If there was one, they would have showed us, and that way they would put the nail in the coffin. They would say, see, Kirk is the father. So everybody shut up. One of the red flags that popped up was this. If you go to Kirk's Instagram, oh, on the show, they show like video, pictures, whatever. It was Kirk, the baby, and Kirk's daughter. What is her name? Kelsey, I think her name is. Chick. She's like a rapper. And, you know, they were all hanging out together. They were at the park or whatever. You see that and you're like, oh, look, Kirk's spending time with his child. Guess what? Now, that stuff popped up on Kirk's Instagram, and I think Kelsey's Instagram as well, before Love and Hip Hop Atlanta even aired the episode, like months before. Then, boom, they show the footage on the show, right? Listen. How often have you seen that baby with Kirk since then? They were shooting the show. So you see it on the internet, you're like, oh, see, he's spending time with his son. See, he's accepting the fact that it's his son. Then they show them wearing the same clothes in the same location. You're like, oh, okay, that was that day that we saw on the show, rather saw on the internet. Now they're showing it on TV. Then you realize they were doing that because of camera time and the storyline. Because then afterwards, when do you see the baby with Kirk? Furthermore, if you go to Rod's Instagram page right now, you see a good amount of pictures of him with Cannon. So then you start to put 1 and 2 together like, wait a damn minute. Are you telling me that Kirk doesn't have a bunch of current pictures with his baby, but Rod does? And then you may say, well, that's because Rod is with Jasmine Blue, or Jasmine Washington, the former stripper. That reminds me a little bit of Carrie Hilson. Now, depending on how she gets her hair and makeup done, she reminds me of Carrie Hilson. Okay, stop hating, because I know some people get mad when I say that. So boom, right? If Rod is the father, I want you guys to think about it like this. Do you remember how Rod and Jasmine and the other girl, was it Kiana or something like that? Do you remember how they were introduced to us on the show? They were in a relationship. He wasn't cheating like with one woman and the other one was a side chick or anything like that. Or he was secretly married to one. They weren't both his wives or anything like that. He was dating and screwing two women at the same time. They were laid up in the bed with him, one on each side. Like, kiss her, roll over, kiss her. They were a trio. I want you guys to ask yourselves this. If Kirk and Rashida, right, because with Rashida being the alleged stepmother, if that baby was Kirk's, do you really think that that boy would be hanging out with Rod and Jasmine? I know that Kiana's out of the picture. Rod was out of the picture at one point too. I wonder if they're filming the show. I wonder if the trip to Target is going to be on one of the episodes. Who wants to bet whether or not that's going to happen? But anyways, my point is saying this. They were introduced to us as a trio. That they were having some raunchy menage a trois. Some threesome. It's two women and one man. So controversial. Right? And then there was the added element of her getting pregnant with Kirk's baby and they met at a strip club. Right? Or was it a bar? I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be a stripper and they met at a strip club. Whatever the hell it was. I can't even remember. Was she a table girl or a bartender or a strip? What the hell was she again? As I know she's a singer. Rather, a rapper. Excuse me. She's actually pretty good too. But you got to ask yourselves this. When those cameras go off, why do their storylines pretty much turn off on the internet? How much have you seen of Kirk, Rashida, Baby Cannon, Jasmine? How much of their relationship, co-parenting, coexisting thing, their storyline online? Because if a storyline is real, it continues to go on. Jocelyn, for example, really had a baby, even though some of y'all claim that my baby Jocelyn is a man. That's what some of y'all say that Jocelyn Hernandez was born male, but she had a whole baby. She was pregnant, and she had baby Bonnie Bella Jordan. Yes, her last name's not Hernandez. It's actually Jordan, as far as I know. At least that, according to Stevie J. Jocelyn is always posting pictures with her baby. You know? Because they're a family. You know, Stevie J spends as much time with her as he can, with him being very busy and having a million damn kids. But if you think about it, Stevie J's kids don't live under the same roof as him. Kirk's kids, as far as I know, were under the same roof. Kirk is the type of person to keep his family close. And you're telling me that this man who has his 11 million kids under his roof, you think that he wouldn't try to get custody of Cannon? You think that they wouldn't put the DNA test out there? So it's just to put everything to rest. Like, yeah, I am the father. No, he just said he's the father. What you're going to find out later, more than likely, as they're going to pop up with the DNA test talking about Kirk wasn't the father after all. And it'll be some storyline like, oh, I felt sorry for her. I wanted to help this young lady out. Or it's going to be like, oh, well, I never actually saw the DNA test. She saw it. And I just took her word for it. Or the DNA test was wrong and we took a new one. It's going to be some BS. Just wait for it, guys. Come on now. All right, y'all. But anyways, this is all my opinion. Because I can't prove that Kirk is not the father and that Rod is the father. But come on, people. Start using common sense. All of those pictures Rod has with the baby, Kirk doesn't have a bunch of pictures with the baby. When he finally did pop up in a picture or two or three with the baby, next thing you know, it was aired on the show. Kirk is a very family orientated person. If someone, listen, and Kirk is also a very responsible person. If you really look at things, with a subjective mind as opposed to just believing everything you hear. If you really think about it, what we've seen from Kirk, his patterns, the way that he conducts himself is, I take care of mine. I take care of my responsibilities. He's so family oriented that he's his wife's manager. He was managing her rap career. Remember? D-Lo Music, D-Lo Entertainment, whatever the label, whatever it's called. They don't just have a personal relationship, they have a business relationship. They keep it in the family. This man who has all these other kids, and Rashida knows, well, she has to know, that these other children were with another woman or other women, but yet one more is going to hurt. I mean, she accepted the child, but he can't live at their house. You know, she's going to put tape off the house and say, don't cross this line. That's TV stuff, guys. Literally, like, she taped off half of the house and said, don't cross this line. You have to stay on this line, this side of the house. Remember? But you know what could have broke their storyline and threw it off a little bit? And I hate to bring this up, but Kirk's mom passing away, which is a very difficult time for the family. That was when Kirk and Rashida got back together, if you remember. That's what happened on the last season, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 7, right? So basically his mom passing, that's what brought them back together. And I was thinking too, like, dang, this might throw their storyline off. Like, I'll give you an example. A1 and Lyrica were supposed to be breaking up, supposed to be getting a divorce and all this other stuff, right? So when Lyrica and A1 got into whatever they got into, and oh, we're not talking anymore, and she's doing songs of Black Youngster, doing music videos with him, taking pictures in the studio or whatever. What threw this storyline off was this. A1 and Young Berg were in the music studio, and a robbery happened. They got robbed. I don't even think that the damn Love and Hip Hop at Hollywood cameras are rolling. I think they would have showed us a preview by now to help increase ratings if the incident, you know, was captured on camera. Because a lot of people said it was fake and that it was just for the storyline. But we never seen any footage of it, which lets me know that it really did happen. So what threw Lyrica Anderson and A1 off just for a hot second was the fact that when they were supposed to be, quote unquote, divorcing, then the robbery happened at the studio, and then they basically immediately got back together, which makes sense because she wanted to be with her husband in his time of need, like him going through this traumatic event. She almost lost him, you know. Otherwise, they may have kept the storyline of them getting divorced going longer, but it's a storyline, people. If you want to look at a real storyline, that one with K. Michelle where she got those cheap ass shots, those butt injections that made her sick, that's real. Her getting that crap removed from her body, that foreign substance or object or whatever, or objects, whatever, that were making her sick, that was real life. K. Michelle beefing with Lyrica Anderson, that was fake. And it actually helped Lyrica Anderson. It helped her storyline, you know, the whole Safari and Lyrica Anderson cheating with each other. She's a married woman thing. However, I'm not perfectly sure of whether or not Lyrica was in on the storyline. From what I'm seeing and the way that she reacted, no. I think that she was basically hit off guard, y'all. I think that your girl Lyrica got caught up. Like K. Michelle was like, I'm gonna have me a storyline, heifer. And your girl K. Michelle was like, watch this, and just threw that crap out there. That's what I think happened. I think that Lyrica wasn't a part of trying to make that happen. I think what her storyline was going to be was, things aren't working out with me and A1 because of that argument they had where he was like, your cheeks are fake and your ass is fake, and I think he said her breasts are fake too, and she was like, your dreadlocks are fake and you're not a real music producer. I think that was staged, and that was supposed to be their storyline. Like, this is how we broke up, because that was in an earlier episode. I'm pretty sure that was filmed before the Safari rumors. So then with the Safari thing happening, that basically took over this storyline. And once again, when the robbery happened at the studio, that's when they got back together. You guys got to pay attention. But, you know, anyways, I've been rambling for the end of 15 minutes. The video is going to be 16 minutes by the time I'm done doing my outro. You got to leave a comment if you listen this long. Everybody, please comment. What do you think about my theory, if you will, that Lyrica and A1 storyline is fake? What do you guys think about my theory, if you will, that Kirk is in fact not the father, faking a child with Jasmine Blue Washington for a storyline and a check, and I'm not mad at them. You know, they're acting, they're on TV. This is what they're doing. You know, they're entertaining us. They're just, I could say we're all, damn, that's right, I'm entertaining you right now. We're all just entertainers, like Nirvana taught us. But anyways, guys, I gotta go right now. Gotta go. So make sure you go leave a comment in that comment section. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, notify, share this video on social media. And that way get more people's opinions on whether or not you think that the Kirk Frost, Jasmine Blue, Rashida, Cannon, Rod Bullock story is just full of it, and you believe that essentially it's a storyline for a TV show, or whether or not you actually believe that Kirk cheated on Rashida. Remember when Kirk was in the he was in the hot tub. It was with Bambi, I think, which is Scrappy's wife, and somebody, I think her name was Mary Jane. I think she might have been from Basketball Wives, and I think Bambi was on Basketball Wives as well. In other words, VH1 actresses, VH1 talent. You guys got to think about it. Kirk's in the hot tub with them, and then he walks into a room with two women, right? Wasn't it Bambi and Mary Jane? Somebody let me know in the comments whether or not that's what happened. Now remember, little Scrappy's hella close to them, and he's like, I think he kind of has like a brother-sister relationship with Rashida. You telling me that his wife smashed Kirk? Come on, dog. You really believe that he would walk into a room with two women on camera to be aired on television that he's cheating on his wife? And then some of you might say, well, it must have been a reenactment. It must have really happened off camera. And then they were reenacting what really happened, because I want to believe that this black man is cheating on his wife. I just want to believe that Kirk is just a bastard. Why? Because of his Adam's apple? Because of that protrusion in his neck? Is that why? Is he just messing with you? No, but seriously, what do you guys think? Damn, it's over 17 minutes now. Jesus. What do you guys think? Do you think that Kirk is really the father? Do you think that Rod is the father? Do you think that somebody... Do you think I'm the father? Am I the daddy? Is that my baby? I say hell no. Jasmine's fine and everything, but it wasn't me. But anyways, what do you guys think? Who's the daddy? The Invisible Man? All right, y'all. Immaculate Conception? Damn, I said that all stupid. I was talking like Jessica Jackson. Sounded dumb as hell. Immaculate Conception. I gotta make sure I pronounce my words correctly. I don't want to sound like, you know, one of these rappers, one of these trap rappers. So what do you guys think? Is Kirk the father? Is Rod the father? And do you believe the Lyrica and A1 storyline? If you listen this long, for over 18 minutes now, you have to leave me a comment. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, notify. Meat Magazine on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Meat Magazine blog on Instagram. meatmagazine.blogspot.com is the site. All right, y'all. I gotta go.